Game Boy, NES, Super Nintendo, 3 consoles, 1 game. Let's go. Hey YouTube, what is going on? Your boy HGR here. We're back with another Console Wars. This time we're going to do Captain America and the Avengers. Figure it's a good follow-up for Infrared October since they were trying to defect to America in that game. And this one, Captain America fighting Red Skull. And so if you didn't watch the first one, you don't know, this is a new series I'm trying to do where we take one game that was released on the Game Boy, the NES, and the Super NES. We compare them, see which one's the better game. Everything but graphics. We're not comparing on graphics because Super Nintendo will probably win that one every time. So anyway, this one here is Captain America and the Avengers on the Game Boy, which I think all of these were based on the arcade game Captain America and the Avengers, which was like 4-player co-op. Very awesome game. But anyway, this one is kind of like the arcade side-scrolling beat 'em up. It has the selectable characters, but obviously only one at a time since it's a Game Boy. And I went with Iron Man on this. So, and how this works is we vote 1, 2, or 3. Number 1 Game Boy, number 2 NES, number 3 Super Nintendo. Just let me know in the comments which one your best one, and then at the end of the week, put the results of all 3 and which one got voted the best game and which one I thought was the best game. So hopefully it's something it'll pick up on here. And let this play for a little bit, and then we will jump to the NES version. Alright, so here we go. Captain America on the NES. So this one is kind of different from the arcade version and probably the other 2 versions of the game. So to me, this one's more like a platformer. I kind of put the storyline in here, took away the selectable characters, at least at the beginning. And it still is your side-scrolling beat 'em up, but to me it has more of a platforming feel. Like you go through and you get power-ups and you gotta jump around on different parts of the level and all that. But you got your game power, selecting power stones scattered through the city. She's laying it out for you, which they don't do that in the other ones. The other one is just jump in and go beat people up. So Captain America. And the other one's definitely. So here you go. Yeah, you get down here. Captain America going through, just like a platformer stage. Go in, you got your power ups hidden in these little things, and throw your shield. Cause it's not really that side-scrolling beat 'em up like you're used to. So, but for an NES game, this is kind of how they were back then. Everything was like side-scrolling like this, and kind of action adventure. So graphics aren't bad on this one, but like I said, we're not doing graphics. Sounds pretty good. Don't get me wrong, this is not a bad game in any means, but just comparing it with the other 3, just a different play style. But might consider this one a better game, depending on what your preferences are when you're playing the games. I was used to the arcade version, so to me the Game Boy and the Super Nintendo more do that. But we're not comparing that, we're just comparing these 3. So, but in this right, not a bad game. So let's just go a little bit and jump to the Super Nintendo version. Alright YouTube, here we go. Captain America and the Avengers on the Super Nintendo. So to me, this one was like the closest from the arcade port that they could have done. It's obviously Super Nintendo has more horsepower and stuff than the other 2, but I know from seeing the other games that there's things they can do with this. So, but this one has the selectable characters, and if I remember right, you can do just 2-player ones. I don't think you could do 4 on this, even with the adapter. So I'm gonna skip through some of this, but yeah, this one goes back to the side-scrolling beat 'em up, just like the arcade and just like the Game Boy version. So yeah, I love these little cutscenes and the comic stuff they throw in here. Season 1 Avengers, help! Help! Okay, so yeah, here we go with Iron Man again. And this one looked almost just like the arcade. Just graphics aren't quite as good, but plays just like it. And again, your classic side-scrolling beat 'em up, just like everything on SNES just about back then was. So you got Iron Man, and so you know what to do. So anyway, let me know comments below. Game Boy, NES, Super NES. What's your favorite one? You got any memory of these? And like I said, at the end of the month, I'll do a video with all three, and we'll kind of do the results. And I thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all at the next one. Peace!